Check if it goes live now. I'm trying it again on a network. This is Winternomics TV mobile edition. So now check if you guys can hear your audio inside the stream because I have no idea if your audio is going through it or not. Y'all hear yourselves or you only hear me? That sucks. Yeah, I don't have a way to control. Let's see if I can control the audio from this thing. Mute microphone, shift stream, high chat, lock screen. I don't have a whole lot of control surfaces on the mobile version of this thing. So this is a winter after dark, just chatting configuration test maybe. So you can't even figure out if this should go live. So it looks like they have to have a network. But if I have to have a network, then it defeats the point. Like, I'd rather see if I could have done this over LTE or not. But I guess I can't. So, yo. So this is a straight conversation. So I wonder if I have a share screen function in this. Let's see. And I can flip the camera and show you the bar. That's all I can do there. So this is a badass fucking high-end Mexican restaurant. It's fucking dope. So, okay, that was a lag between it flipping over. Got it. Oh, got the beak up. So, fucking earpod just died, right? This is probably the wrong time. Like, just as I just did this, my left earpod died, bro. That's money. Timing matters, motherfuckers. See if I can bounce that out. I can save it. Damn, this is a hot new look. You think so? It's just me just catching a fucking shot. Hey, you guys look at some drinks while I catch me a fucking a swig of my fucking Dos Equis. Hey, Toots, you're on candid camera. Welcome to the show. This is Ruby Rod Live. Nah, I told you, I'll make this fucking shit real. Fuck it. Why the fuck not, bro? Let's fucking something else, whatever. We'll just do whatever the fuck, man. Yeah, I'm working on a couple fucking, drink specials over here. Mexican mule and some fucking Dos Equis. Trying to make sure perspective matters, bitches. So, I don't know. So, how you guys like this configuration test? Those are our preps for Winter After Dark. We'll get that game show going. Game streaming, market conversation show. Throw me a tequila on the winter tab, there, brother. Wherever you're at. Cheers, motherfuckers. So, only a couple shots deep. I'm not totally ridiculous right now, but I'm a couple shots deep. I don't see too many mobile streamers on Twitch, do you? I don't really see that yet. But that could be something. They just don't have the balls for it, I guess. How'd you guys do this week in chat? Well, chat, that's basically everybody from fucking Telegram. Oh, there you go. I could pin the fucking mask with my fucking glasses. That works. Cheers. Can they screen share mobile? So I'm gonna. Can you see my screen? Does my screen look different right now? I've zoomed out so I can see like another like layout. Do you see anything? I doubt you see my screen. You just see my camera of me, right? Yeah, I don't think I have no controls to do anything else. I can flip the camera around. I can end it, and I can oh, share. Oh no, share stream. I saw share screen. I was like, oh my god, it's totally cool. I could go to like Trading View and mobile. That would be fucking amazing, bro. If I could do that. Oh my god, I could totally do a fucking TA show from the mobile. I would be so fucking hot, bro. Just camera. You know, like see my fucking big snifter on camera. So we can have a conversation about markets. So a lot of times in Telegram we do Zoom calls and we talk about perspective, on information. And we can do the same thing here. I think there can be some interesting comments to be had. This is a purely just chatting show. 36 viewers. Not, I don't know if this is accurate, but it's much lower than normal. Yeah, it's It's pretty low. I guess we'll see what happens. Might be one of my better streams, I guess. I don't give a shit. It's a configure shit. I'm just fucking off. They don't have to come here. But it's got people though. This is Florida. That's why we're booming in COVID, guys. Social distance is gone, bro. It's over. Socialized. They're fucking swapping spit. It's all fucking over. You owe me a few. Who's this? Homework Mo. I don't know who that is, but I appreciate the fucking bits, homie. Yeah, that buys a drink. I guess I'll take another, and if I get too fucked, I might tell you something I shouldn't. You guys fucking trying to buy me drinks till the titties are out on streaming. I don't know what you're trying to do here. I'm 41, so I do got some breakfast to. No, I'm playing. I know. Is it raining? God damn it. Oh well. Fuck it. What up, Tip? We had a good conversation. Telegram, complacency. So you might think the only value to be had is a fucking pretty chart, but you'd be surprised. Perspective matters. You never know what you learn in a conversation. That's what we have a lot in Telegram. It was a good comment today. If I had a straw that went right through this mask, that'd be perfect. You know what? I have a Moscow Mule. I have a straw. Watch me work, baby. Let me jerry-rig this real quick. 1 second. All right, let's see what I gotta do to figure this out. If I could just, yeah, let's see. Yeah, almost. All right, now we have a show. I can't do it. I want to choke on that beer. Holy shit. But it works. When somebody have a fucking like scalpel in this place, I can cut a hole right through the sun and give me money. I'm pretty sure I'll defeat the point of the mask, but I'm the only one in the bar that has a fucking mask. I'm not kidding. I'm the only person in the place with one, bro. No, the workers have them, but the fucking customers, fuck it. Florida's like, fuck you. All right. I laughed as the beer came my eye. That's not good. All right, let me try that again. Focus. It's all about focus. It doesn't matter if it's trading or fucking drinking, bitch. Focus fucking counts. All right. All right. All right. Ask me anything. I got this. On solve, bitches. What do I drink? I had Moscow Mule, some kind of crazy jalapeno shot, and then this fucking Dos Equis. No, it's not fucking iced tea. Are you serious? There's a fucking. Are you sure? What the fuck do you think I'm doing? Do you see the fucking content of this stream right now? Fucking give us that entry logic. I got that entry right in your ass. No. Listen, mindset, respect on the bits. Are you paying attention to what's going on right now? This is the evening show. This is not morning prep. Clearly. Evening show. So how How is the bit rate of this thing? Is it stopping turkey? Is it smooth? If it slightly pixelated? Okay, I wonder what the resolution was. Uh-oh, Kyle LeBron's here. He's ready for his fucking shitcoin picks of some small cap crap we should pump through the ceiling. What's it gonna be, Kyle LeBron? EOS? What kind of pile of shitcoin do you have for me today? This is must see TV. It still is. Perspective matters, fucker. So this is not the most serious version of me. There might be some respect to the remaining viewers who are still willing to tune into this bullshit. But scarcity utility is value. So the less of you don't want to watch it, the better this gets. Nothing is done without a purpose. Lewis, these people don't know value. Tell these people that Winternomics TV is value. Lewis knows.
Hello.
Hold on, wait. What up, Lewis?
Hello. Hi, guys.
Just gotta make some fucking awesome stuff.
Yeah, thank you.
He knows what's going on. I just fucking heckle him. Huh? You think there's an audio video lag? There should be all kinds of problem lags. I don't know. It's a fucking mobile phone. Is it? Audio's clean? Nice it. Yeah, I'm flipping back and forth between AirPods, so I'll do what I'm doing. All right. Hell yeah. You already know, son. You guys don't got any questions tonight? You can still ask me stuff. I'll answer it. Let's try the evening format. Everything I do is off the top of the dome, you know. It's always unscripted. So why don't you guys throw some questions out? Let's see what we can come up with. I'm enjoying my night. They, these hoes trying to take my swag to. They want my drip. Huh? Oh God, what shitcoin is it now? Are they in bankruptcy? Tech stocks are under pressure, man. They're definitely fucking got ahead of themselves, and the market is repricing. That's what we talk about industrials and things like that. What up, Cross? I'm trying to convince my friends to dump it. You know, we showed you the structural differential between like what we saw in industrials, and they look at two different markets. You know, semis, software, Apple, these guys did boom from the fucking antisocial rotation. When you look back at what's happening right now, clearly transports and technical structures and those guys look far fucking better than what you're seeing in fucking some of the some of the Nasdaq side of the market. Um, hey, Apple fucking doubled. It went from a trillion to 2 trillion out of the fucking dumps of March, and many of these other guys that you see like Boeing's and things like that haven't moved. You have to realize there's definitely a fucking a value arbitrage between that level of fucking differential of performance that's happened in like a half a year span of time. Can you discuss airlines? Do you think they recover more this year? Everything with airlines is like the vibe of the economy. Like, it's kind of a real time valuation. As soon as you can put more people on a plane, it gets better and better for them. As you get foresight of what kind of traffic they can have. They're really tied to that Abbott test. The Abbott test is everything for everybody who's brick and mortar that's been stuck in a position where, like, they have national scrutiny. Airlines cannot function so you can really safely put people on that plane. Theme parks can't function like that either. cruise lines can't function. They're completely not like restaurants. Like this, you have a partial reopening here. Nothing here has to do with fucking like Abbott Labs testing. But to load a cruise ship, to load an airplane, that does. So they're really tied to the recovery of like our infrastructures to kind of monitor this disease and take some steps to take preventive measures from fucking pulling a plane up with that stuff. As soon as you see Abbott Labs tests available, you'll probably see airlines move in tandem with it. But their strength is completely tied to the full reopening, of the economy and some kind of safeguard metrics to put people on planes and closed systems. And that would be the same for airlines too. I haven't been trading because of this. Hey, RG State, thanks for the bits, homie. I'm sorry if I can't control my camera. I'm a little all over the place. Can you guys still there? All right. So it's crazy. I can hear you guys in Discord, and they don't know. I can't hear you. Can't stay, but just want to say, what up, Jess? Respect, girl. Thanks for the bits. 67. They haven't hit the target for partner. Nobody's like, this is crazy. Night stream on Saturday. We're not hitting like normal numbers. Guess it's wrong time. Yeah, there was a couple we talked about in the last show. I showed the entire space cash baskets as far as rocket and UFO ETS go. There's a lot of players. I mean, timing's going to matter with like which guys are covering which size. 3D printing is going to be a thing in space cash, but that's something I think like when you see like assembly of complex machinery in space and the ability to build like components of spaceships and things like that. I think 3D printing becomes something later on. But there's a lot of stuff coming. Yeah, this mask is driving me crazy. Huh? Yeah. So did you guys get some cool plays at a configuration test one? We did like some what we call warp speed TA, where we just went through the whole market and pieced together what's going to move. We put a pretty good amount of charts out in that one. Hopefully you guys find some winners. Do I think the UAE will be successful in the space exploration? Any chance of to compete with US and China? I mean, just thinking about it, it's a first space real venture, and they're not even going to touch the moon. They're going to try to hit another planet their first shot. I think experience counts. I think the United States of all else has been flying back and forth to Mars for 50 years. I think they have an advantage, in pulling that off. If there's anybody that can lose a fucking, a device sending over there, probably India and UAE. These guys are the least experienced at like flying between planets. Russia, us, UAE, the EU, those have the most experience at landing in other worlds. But you got to try to learn it. So I think it's commendable that the UAE would actually do a peace accord with Israel and fucking go ahead and fire a fucking vessel over to another planet and show like a massive willingness to progress. So I think that's a good thing in itself. India fucking, the first guy to litter the moon was a piece of shit fucking, lander. Or no, it was actually just a probe to go around the moon. They crashed into the moon. Hype Cash. Appreciate you, Hype Cash. You want to take a shot with me? Do I get to take a shot? Are you guys fucking trying to get me to fucking put my tits out on the show? You trying to take advantage of me? What are you guys trying to do right now? I fucking put out enough TA, don't I? I don't fucking fuck you up. I give you good advice. Good information, not advice. That's enough of that one. Ugh. Whew. What up, Lord? Expecting them bids. Well, I can see this one somehow isn't getting any nearer near the numbers of other live streams. Interesting, huh? I don't think they know it's a mobile one, though. I think it's just a time of night on a Saturday. I don't stream at this time at all, so probably what it is. But probably good that it's not too many people. Heads for the event for 2030. Like I said, the parabolic of mankind is likely going to, the fundamentals that bring that down and give you a correction to it, will likely be a combination of three things, and two of which will be the catalyst for the third: war, disease, and famine. Any two of them will bring about the third one. And when you look at space cash and the fact that the Chinese want to stop the West from controlling the solar system, which is like, an existential threat forevermore. Not only, has the subjugation of all populations been a thing with, the European dominance, but if it happens in space, then, all people are subjugated for the rest of times. I think, the Chinese then would be willing to die before they end up living under that, for honor's sake. And that biological weapons and things that we see, like, right now, we alluded to that, there's a good chance COVID may have increased in some kind of biological weaponry. But the Chinese won't be above using biological tactics to stop themselves from being subjugated for the rest of history. Biggie Smalls in the building. What up? This is the first mobile stream. You already know what it is. Yo, yo, yo. But like, so for if we're gonna have a space cache of Roaring Twenties that arcs through the next 10 years, you look at some of the big arcs of the history, and you look where they emerged from. World War II. You have the emergence of a fucking mega arc to 1960s from a time period nobody and their mother would touch the market when you're nuking fucking Japan and crazy shit's happening in the World War. You look from the inception of the move that we had into the internet bubble, and it was the loss of a president quitting. And you look at the inception of this move, and it's the first black president, which, if you're watching Trump, you can tell this country has heavy racial biases that are fucking affecting people. So, what up, Blocks? Respect, homie. So, if you think about that, right, what will keep people out of the arc? That's what you need. You can't have everybody want the same thing and then have anybody else to sell it to, because it's a zero-sum system, right? We don't sell stock to aliens. If everybody and their mom wants Tesla, then there's nobody else to sell Tesla to. If everybody in the last motherfucker says, yeah, this is a good deal. Same thing is true, right? So for an arc to progress for the length of time it did from 1974 till 1999, 2000, you need most people to fucking not believe it could be true in order to have somebody available to sell to tomorrow. And that being said, like, what could keep people scared for another 10 years in the stock market to arc it? And you'd have to have them, like, things would have to literally be crazier than they are today, relatively speaking, tomorrow, to keep people fearing that it could all come down. So my thought process is that, as crazy as we think the news stories of 2020 are, you're watching a new normal. It's actually going to get more insane. If Trump wins, it'll stay fucking terrifyingly possible that it can all come down at any minute, and that's what will allow the market to actually proceed forward without the market being cornered in perception. War, what is it good for? It's good for the terraforming of a planet and the technological revolution of a people. TZ96-1, hello, Cass, no chart today. Come on, man. Come on, man. Are you listening to what's going on right now, man? Come on, man. Price for people. Where's the chart? Well, you can't please everybody. So I can't look like I can't use other things while I'm streaming. So I tried to screenshot the entire conversation right now. So if I try to fucking post this Instagram, they're gonna be like, fuck you. So I'm gonna rotate. Let's see what happens if I rotate my screen. Oh, I can it not? What do you guys see now? Am I sideways? I'm sideways, or it flipped it? It's sideways? Okay. Huh. I don't see the control to flip it back the other way then. Let's see. Where's it at? Say hi. No. Lock screen. Hold to lock screen. Hold to lock. What does that mean? Okay. So lock screen. Yeah, I don't know what that means. Oh well, fuck it. Lock screen. I don't know what that means. Fuck that. I don't know what's going on. So that's a good question. That's a good segue. So You know, we could have a conversation, guys. You don't have to do charts. Lots of information to be had if you think through things. Mix is still great at 21. Yep. Now I might set up 58 viewers. People don't like this, I guess. Gotta have charts for them to want to be here, huh? All good. I think just for that, I'll stay on here. It just dropped to 649. It's pretty funny. Okay, let's see then. So I'll try to put it in portrait mode and lock screen this way, and you tell me. So I lock screen. What's it doing? And it's sideways still. So I lock. Shut up, bitch. Hold to unlock screen. Okay, hold on. All right, how about now? See if we change it. Okay, fuck that. All right, fuck it. I can't flip the screen. It doesn't let me do it. The Streamlabs doesn't do this in Streamlabs. So people in the chat, I have a Discord running right now where I have a couple guys from Nebula 3 in my ear. I want to know how the streams are working for some of you guys. I see some new names in the chat that I don't see very often. Let's have a conversation. How are the streams working for you guys? Is it helping with your information and cognitive process and, keeping you out of danger? Ultimately, we want to have a smarter audience benefit more from the information that's provided, but we're not telling you what to do. Working for you good. Johnny make. Cool. Yeah, I'm done with the sideways rotation shit. All right, so I got a couple of bits. I need to buy a shot. Somebody recommend me a shot. I'm in a fucking Mexican restaurant. Keep that in mind. No, I didn't say stay away from red symbols and intraday trades. I mean, red symbols are telling you about the market news events that have significant impacts to volatility. That's what they're telling you in Forex Factory. So if you look at any of the red events, FOMC, jobs numbers, things like that, CPI, those things, if they're massively different than the expectations, will fucking swing the market around viciously. So you want to be aware of all the red event news events. It doesn't say stay away from the market, but you have to can I get another Mexican meal? They didn't recommend me a shot. NASA by Moon Dirt. Stream's been a game changer. I like that. Don't know about shots, but Micheladas are good. Are God? I don't know what that is. I was asking people what it is. Yeah, ultimately the stream's not to make your trade for you. That's not what it is. It's to give you more information and kind of like sterilize it of bias. So you can think like, just objectively about it and make the best choice out of it. That's ultimately what you want to fucking learn to do and not get swung around by various market pundits' opinions about the information which condition it to like their biases. Yeah, the red symbols are just about, in Forex Factory, just that the market can suffer major volatility from those events. What up, Ravas? It's one of my countrymen out there. Glad you're loving the streams. Lost speed when you came back. Okay, I scrolled up. I don't need that. Oh, shit. Where did check this go? Oh, my God. My check is disappearing. Oh, shit. What's happening here? Uh-oh. I think I have a glitch. Okay, now I'm back to bottom. Things are Mexican meal, try Moscow meal. No, I'm not in the place. This is their version of the Moscow meal. I can't get the Moscow meal here. It's a Mexican restaurant. It's like This is their version of it. Yeah, I know the Moscow, obviously. It's pretty good. Don Julio. What do they have? I see. I'm staring at Don Julio. I see it. I see what you're talking about right here. Oh, I can't zoom in. He's right in front of me. That's Don Julio right there. I don't know how many shots. I don't know how many shots of tequila I need though. That's just fucking like fucking roto rooter for your fucking intestinal tract, bro. No lie. I'm an old man. Don't kill me. Grassy ass, senor. This dude makes good drinks. He has no idea he's on camera either. Huh? Yeah, he's a homie. I take care of him. Nope. Probably got to move the mask for that one. Yeah, it's a really nice restaurant. Uh-oh. What's going on here? What's happening? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Where did the track go? Oh, there it is. What up, Rodrigo? Oh, you guys got some fucking like, what's this? Julio Anejo? Damn, you fucking like up in my game right now. You know, once you put them fucking tilde on there and shit, it's just getting fucking like mad, fucking bilingual. Biggie Small dropping some taco fucking subsidies. I'm all about it. Hell yeah, first point of view drinking. Nez Calito did a big dog. Uh-oh, he trying to kill me. And I know that thing sounds serious. Good shit. Fritzy Croat. I can't pronounce that. I might be drunk. Letting us know what moves, letting us focus on our trading and learning. Awesome. Patron Anejo shots. Okay, I'm gonna keep that in mind. So that's the second person that said the same shot, huh? Truth in Cisco. I have to admit, I don't have the experience to interpret how real events change markets. Your wisdom is what. Okay. Well, and so what you really look at is like, we don't use a news source that nobody has access to. We use news sources that everyone has access to. So we know the bulk of the population is being fed, but we take out the sentiment uh, bias that's been installed by the authors and by the news pundits. They put their spin on it. You have this opinion-based news wave right now, where Fox News is like a conservative network. So all the information they deal with, they spin it for conservative bias, and then MSNBC is the polar opposite, and then CNN and ABC fit where they fit. That's not different between CNBC or Bloomberg or Fox Business News either. So we just want the news that the bulk of the population is consuming because we know that the market is a perception arbitrage model. And that's what's happening. Every one of us is buying an idea from the other. So we want to look at the way that people, interpret the information or with their biases, delete information so that they can create a fantasy they can, be comfortable in and see all the info from an objective point of view. When we look at like cruise ships, the social, antisocial rotation, this is commonsensical. Like if we're starting to have fear build up that people can't be in places where we see each other, then where does life find a way? And it finds a way to the antisocial market. Once you get to the point that people have become tired and complacent about social distancing, like we see in this place, right? We see that people are like, fuck it, we're gonna live life and fuck it. Life is gonna force itself through the fucking cracks and go fuck anybody's fucking bullshit. Then we have to have a rotation away from antisocial back to real life. And that's just it. If this disease is going to kill us, then human beings are going to find a way through it. So we look at the news for what it is, not what it wanted to be, just kind of what makes fucking sense. And then we look at the technical structures that fit, um, that make sense along that. That's a good saying that says trigger fundamentally, but enter the market technically. So if our evaluation of information that we see in the media, outside of the biases that are installed within the different sources it comes from, are not accurate, at the very least, the technical structure should keep us away from not entering at the wrong point. Um, you may even evaluate this incorrectly and still find technical structures that make sense to enter. But we're doing our best to kind of like get rid of the bullshit that's coming from the political bias, from the fucking different sides of the spectrum of that, conservative and liberal, and to see what the people are being fed, because ultimately thought precedes action. If the people are being fed certain narratives, it's going to influence what actions they take on the system. So that's kind of what we try to do, kind of, center markets. I did? How long? That's not good. Did anybody hear me cut off on the, so I had some guys in my ear on Discord and they said my audio is gone for a while. Did my audio cut inside Twitch or did it stay? It never interrupted? Okay, it looked like it was just that. It looked like it was Discord. Okay. Okay, that's okay. That's good then. So yeah, so we're trying to keep like, there's information within the news stories and there's a way to value it. It's not hidden information that we get our information from. It's the fact that most people misinterpret the data that's in front of them because of their biases. So we try to just look at exactly what the bulk of the population is being affected by, and their biases, affect the ability to value the information. And thought preceding action means that, whatever you delete because of your biases makes you act upon a limited amount of information and before you enter the market. And so all the information you ever need is actually in front of you. It's not hidden in some weird off place. I don't use any secret sources of shit. I use a simple moving average and very, very simplistic trend logic, uh, which means the answer to most things is far simpler than anybody lets it be. No cut for you. Cool. Truth to Cisco. Thanks for the bits, homie. It cut maybe 15 minutes ago for you. Yeah, that was when I think I hit another application that did that. So this is a straight logic conversation. I'm down to do these with you guys if you're down to do it with me. And I learned something from all the questions you ask. Hopefully, you learn from all the answers I give. This is entertainment market TV, baby. Nomics way. It's kind of denying what is coming for the comfort of staying on the known rather than the unknown. Well, most people's egos make things what they want it to be rather than be what they actually are and deal with them that way. Uh, and that happens with news, People filter out what is uncomfortable and create a reality that makes them okay with themselves. You act on that kind of thing, you act on less information that's available to a person who doesn't do that, which puts you at a disadvantage because we know knowledge is power. So you have to step back and take yourself out of it, what you want about it, and just let things be what they are. We all have access to the same information, but it's about how you use it that makes it valuable or not. And if the person that uses the most information, objectively, is going to have an advantage over the people who condition it to fit the narratives they want it to fit. That's one set. That's one thing, and that's the fundamentals I deal with. I deal with market perception on my fundamentals. I don't know what Warren Buffett knows about Apple, but I know what market structures Warren Buffett's likely to appear in because of what he knows about Apple. So good TA should put you in the same place as good FA, whether you know the full narratives or not. You guys in Discord still there or no? Okay. So I don't do balance sheets and stuff on stream. I look at like, mom and pop at home don't have access to fucking the earning statements, any of that shit. But they have ideas about what they think about Tesla and Apple regardless. And their decisions to buy or sell Tesla aren't governed by the shit that Wall Street, is dictating. So we want to understand what they think they see in the information and what they are likely to do with their biases. We know that people are willing to chase Tesla right now, and Tesla technically split adjusted is trading like fucking around $2,000. But people are retarded, and they look at the nominal price tag, and Tesla's now 400 something, and it looks like it's a discount because children think that way, right? You cut a hot dog into a couple pieces, all of a sudden they have more hot dogs. And you're seeing that sentiment right now where people are rushing in because Apple and Tesla appear to be discounts, but they forget about the fact that the shares are diluted. So it's about the full market capitalization of the company. That means like, the sentiment's really tilted in those guys, and it the lens of that there's likely a better discount in the marketplace, which is why we've been focused on like talking about basic materials and industrials and transports and things like that for brick and mortar economies to come online, restaurants and such. Um, you're always chasing, value. You never really ever have it. Glad you dig it, mindset. Let's see how long I can hold this together while I get intoxicated with you guys. Clip that, clip that, clip that. If you like that explanation, clip it so you can save it. I'm pretty intoxicated to get that one out in a straight sentence. I'm not gonna lie. You guys can't hear it, but I got some friends in my ear right now. It's kind of hilarious, but yeah. The mobile stream, changing the game of market TV, baby. This is, it's always must see TV. I will never. I promise you, I will never waste your time. If I let you put you on here, even if it's a configuration test, we'll make it worth it for you to fucking ignore your fucking loved ones for money. No, I'm sorry, I'm kidding. Not really. You mentioned previously measuring the distance if someone is lensing information. How can we triangulate from people lensing info to find the true point? Well, that's a very detailed question. So, my predictions are based on fucking, the most valuable thing is the thing that the least amount of people have access to. And understanding people's true motives and what they do, understanding the information that they all have access to and what they don't take out of it is kind of key. It's taken me a great body of time to be able to look at like a news story that you could see on Yahoo or CBS or CNN and see a valuable piece of information that the whole population could read through this and not catch. Ultimately, you have to do some amount of testing in the real world to see that your ideas about what you think you see versus the populations is accurate. And the market predictions I've done over time are accurate because I've come to realize what it is out of the information I'm looking at they don't see. Um, I can't tell you like a certain rule for recalibration. All I can tell you is that understanding most people's motives are completely warped by their egotistical, narrow-minded views and egocentric view of the world is a commonplace thing. And if you're able to be a little bit introspective about how you operate and deal with information and look at people, and look at yourself in third person, you can kind of recalibrate your own belief structures against the other parts of the empty space that encircle value. Um, oh, this thing's out of focus. What just happened here? Oh, okay. There it goes. That was weird. I was also the scientific method, I just test my ideas, what I call sports or I call markets. I can look at what the average person believes about the information that I have access to and see what they ascertain from it and then see what actually comes to be and keep context of history in front of me. So that's one reason I'm a data whore, right? I pay attention to information over time and I see what makes sense and what doesn't make sense. When I make those comments of like idiots and crypto G's, as much as I think it's me trolling, it's me sampling the population to see if either that person's idea is a valuable fucking point in the system or the empty space that encircles the value. ultimately, LCC Winter had us at the top of the market while the rest of the market was shitting on us, and their hatred and their fucking misconceptions about what we were posting was the value in the system. Did I play poker? Um, I can play stud and I can 7 card stud and I can play 5 card draw, but I'm not much of a. I personally says I don't play casino games very often. Um, it's not very different. Poker. I've had some professional poker players in here, and I say, before I tell you the poker tips, the guys that are better than me to speak on that. I have ideas that do work in poker, but I wouldn't tell you. I'd say these ideas are all portable. The threshold of overcard trades, is it mostly done through innocent analysis? What is spoken by who's around you? What whites want as a predatory tribe? I don't know that last one makes any sense. Right. Most people superimpose their beliefs on top of reality and make decisions inside of a fantasy. That's the danger. We're back, Vito. Wow, look at the viewer fall off. Got to like 20 points off that. Let's see. I'm probably going to hop off here. How long have I been on, guys? How long is the stream running? The whole stream is not showing the entire time on Twitch of how long the stream is. Oh, oh, it did. So each time so is it go to the videos? Is it showing separate videos for every time I restarted? What? So how many total minutes are from both pieces? That's crazy. We're not doing that. So we've done an hour showing pieces. Well, I don't like that it broke them out. I wonder if I can merge them or something. That's crazy. When just like pause it and buffer it and like let me come back. Yeah, I'm on a phone. People keep calling me. So when they called me, my son just called me. He broke the stream, but I didn't think it would like gotten put it back together. No, it should just come back with another stream. It's just breaking when somebody interrupts the call. So I'm gonna have to leave from here, and I'm gonna leave the Wi-Fi network I'm on, which will kill the stream. So we're gonna have to wrap in a little bit. So when I finish this drink, show is over. So if you guys want to ask some more questions, feel free till I run out the clock. It's a fun little stream, though, right? You guys in chat enjoy the combo? Add some more perspectives and things. I was gonna fucking upload a photo of like on Instagram. I said kill the stream again, so fuck it, I have to wait. Yeah. So we're gonna center this ecosystem around the shows, like we said, and help you keep context of history in real time. Most of the times we can only learn things in hindsight and what we missed. My goal is to keep context of history in real time as it unfolds, and allow us to participate in that unfolding. So space cache and all these things that we've talked about over time and that are coming into being now are part of like unfolding living analysis of you know my work. You're living inside of my analysis basically on this network anyway. Yeah, it's chill. It took an hour. Finally. Got some fall off. We never hit 75 euros though, which is like partnership levels. So those of you who support us, hopefully we get there. Share some word of mouth that we have a real market television show that actually is worth watching. Content that you can actually fucking assimilate into your planning and it's useful. Right, I know. Right. What do I think of magic mushrooms glass coming to market? I put it in Telegram, right? We've been talking about since 2016 that you would see you see street drugs coming to market. They went out to ketamine for trials and ecstasy, and there's now ecstasy and LSD combination trials going on. Really and truly, laws are meant to restrict competition, and all it was is that they wanted to make the money the street dealers made. So all the street drugs are coming in. And yeah, mushrooms, I think, along with CBD, being stripped out of marijuana, if most people have noticed it, marijuana doesn't carry CBD content anymore, which is the main reason it became medical. The CBD is isolated and sold separately, and that's what's happening now. That medical marijuana company saw that IPO'd from the UK, IPO'd producing a synthetic version of psilocybin. I think that's actually quite dangerous. I don't think you should fuck with nature, but they're gonna fuck with nature because that's what they do. Thanks, Bill Camino. Camilo, they I think that sucks that they're gonna fuck with psilocybin, but ultimately they wanted to get the profit off street drugs themselves, and you're seeing a bull market in fucking street drugs, and it's not gonna stop. All of a sudden, 10, 15 years out, ketamine, acid, ecstasy, mushrooms, and weed. That was all the shit we were getting locked up for in the 90s. Becomes pharmaceutical. Yeah, it's all bullshit. Respect lifted. Is there scheduling Zoom calls for Telegram? I just tell you that I'm gonna call you. I told you I'd call on Saturday. I was a little burned out from 2 days of not sleeping, so I didn't call until the afternoon for today. But I let everybody know I was gonna call on Saturday yesterday. ACB earnings this week. Speaking of weed, so pay attention to that. So, you know, IIPR is the guy who's like the pickaxe integral part of like weed, and he houses these guys. He's a REIT for marijuana businesses. ACB is going to be key to seeing how these guys are doing through COVID. Any thoughts on RBG's death, Ruth Bader Ginsburg, and the potential implications on the election and conservative swing with Supreme Court? It's running late, so apologies. No, I haven't talked about it, but nothing good can happen from a champion of women's rights dying. As soon as she died, Tucker Carlson, of course, talked about putting a person into office who could roll back Roe versus Wade and steal women's rights away from them. Ultimately, white male entitlement is a danger to everybody else, and you're dealing with a country born of white racism, white male racism, and they're oppressive against anything else. I asked people earlier. People like how conservatives love to shit on liberals. Liberals are classed as what? Progressive. What is the antonym for the word progressive? Regressive, resistant to change, devolutionary. These are morons, literally, against nature. And what you see from the conservative movement is a movement towards like white nationalism and just I think that's not conducive to moving forward as a people. Can synthetic CBD outcome CBD bud? I don't think so. I think fucking with nature's balances of chemicals and marijuana is a dangerous thing. Um, marijuana has like 4,000 fucking chemicals that are inert doing other things that we don't know combined with the active ingredients. I think when you think you know better than nature, you tend to fuck it up. And that's where side effects come from. That's why none of our pharmaceuticals are ever fucking like safe to take. Uh, I think we made a mistake in doing that. I think synthesizing psilocybin is a bad idea. I think, people should have experimented in our teen years and whatever years past that. And I don't know about you, but mushrooms work just fucking fine to me. I need no fucking help. I know synthetic shit, motherfucker. Fuck synthetic MJ. Real deal. Why the fuck would you need a synthetic? Why would I want a synthetic version of something that occurs in nature? That just seems insane. That's the thing, right? Marijuana, the competition in the rec market has produced this like hybridized fucking weed that's lost like a lot of the components of the land strains. And you have this like fucking pot that doesn't fucking make you baked anymore. It makes you fucking like over energetic. You don't have appetite anymore. So they can sell a CBD now as its own market. They created a market by fucking legalizing marijuana and creating such a fucking competition for it that the levels of care required to produce the marijuana of my day don't exist anymore in the marketplace for the volumes they had to get there. Psilocybin, I think it's different. I mean, how would you really affect the fucking spores of a fungus worldwide to stop people from having access to true psilocybin? I think they've done some crazy things to the marijuana market that many people over time have not taken note of. People my age believe that they're tolerant and that the weed doesn't affect them as much because they smoke so much and their egos have influenced that. And people who are younger have no idea what's gone. I think psilocybin is a different thing, but I couldn't have believed it could have been done to marijuana. It has been done to marijuana. It's There's a chance they could do it to fucking mushrooms too. Regular mushrooms are just fine, exactly. Don't fuck with nature. Nature fucking knows better than you. For humans to be egotistical enough to think they know better than nature is fucking crazy. K2 spice synthetic weed was big here in the Middle East a few years ago, right? That shit had people fucking doing crazy shit to themselves. Synthetic weed, there's weed and then there's bullshit. There's no synthetic weed, just bullshit. CBD shops in urban. I mean, you got CBD trees for fucking pets. Ultimately, it's creates a billion-dollar industry that could never exist if you couldn't get CBD out of pot and away from fucking the illegal street markets. Um, and that's all it was. That's why we say laws are meant to restrict competition because it's about being able to distribute the fucking drug and get fucking your rip on it. And that's what they didn't have control before. They needed a way to make marijuana not accessible to the public through the street venues. And so the competition is now changed this high grade market. Many of you who are 20 to 30 years old don't even know what low grade pot is. You don't see Mexican brickweed anymore. You see just versions of high grade that have super high THC contents and no CBD. That's not marijuana. What you're seeing today is bullshit. CBA, so we keep an eye on. I have to take a look at that. Don't know much. Ego is one hell of a drug. I agree with you. The Saturday night show. Well, I appreciate all you guys who came to check out this config stream. We're trying to just see what works. Try some of these things out. This is the only way we learn shit is by trying shit. So that's me. I try shit. Right. Weed gives me munchies and a classic high, but from dispensary, just feels like a dab leaf. Once you strip out some of the other shit and you go pure THC, the hunger part's not there. And that was the medicinal part. Because if you think of what you just said, right? The part that made you hungry is the treatment for the people who are like stage 4, stage 3 cancer that are going through chemo that cannot eat and need appetite stimulation. That was the fucking movement for medical marijuana in 1990s, late 1990s. And you know damn well the high THC content has nothing to do with appetite stimulation whatsoever. It's a psychoactive compound. So when you go to dispensaries and you see that all the CBD is like at 0.1%, where it should be like a fucking 4-to-1 ratio with THC. THC should be 4 times the ratio of fucking CBD. It's not there. And so they've, over time stripped out what was available to us on the street so that they can have a market they control. But that's to say that they're pretty sure that CBD on its own was the main magical component of marijuana and not a combination of the inert and active ingredients that were in it already that nature had in a proper balance. There's a good chance that people's arrogance have fucked this up and fucked up many things in nature along the way that we've already seen proof of over time and just done it one more time in the marijuana market. You don't get hungry anymore. Pot doesn't make you hungry anymore. Everybody's noticing it. It doesn't really make you high that long either. Something's definitely wrong. Yep, Constellation owns a piece of canopy. Very correct. This is a decent conversation. What do you guys think for chat? I think this is pretty cool. This is working out better than I could have thought for this stream. Oh, sorry guys, it's my big ass finger. In Blackwater 1, you talked about the needed shift in crowd perception for COVID to be valued, and from there, new industries emerge. Do you think the forced reopening will move the public perception toward fuller valuation of COVID? I think COVID's on everyone's mind, and you can't escape what's going on. I think being pinned down to a point you can't fucking breathe, and everyone's kind of becoming socially, frustrated. Yeah, come to Jamaica for real marijuana. Listen to Rabbi. He's right. You know, no one's got their eye off of it. That's why there's this, the conservative side is like, fuck the restrictions, stop fucking my freedoms. The liberals are like, XYZ. Everyone's very well aware of it. There are definitely habits that are going to change society, I think, for everybody going forward. This is how SARS affected South Asia, not people wearing masks. It changed a lot of societal norms for a great many people that stayed over time. I don't think that's different for us. I think Zoom and like virtual workspace is going to be forever more a shift in the way we deal with things. Because many businesses got to discover if they could be just as efficient, without physical workspace. And if I could cut out brick and mortar, rental and have employees work from their own living places and work virtually, I think many businesses discovered they could do it. And there's no need, so some Silicon Valley can come talk about never bringing people back to the office again because so much cost could be cut out while achieving, near the same productive capacities for your workers. Some businesses require people to be under the whip, the crack of the whip to be productive. But ultimately, there's going to be many businesses that learn that, hey, there's some shit we don't need anymore. And the crisis that emerged here that caught so many businesses, it bankrupted many, it knocked many companies out, many restaurants are dead here, many local businesses have failed. Everyone got a real taste of fucking like making sure not to let fucking fluff exist in their companies and, take preventative measures in case another epidemic ever arrives. So a lot of norms in our business practices and social norms should have shifted permanently forevermore from this event. And that should have been true in the 1920s when the Spanish flu happened over there as well. Yeah, uh, forging fakes. That's something, Hollywood has definitely been invested in setting like social ideas. And Hollywood, all of a sudden, Netflix, Amazon, The Expanse has been there for a while. I haven't watched The Expanse, but many people here have like told me so much about it. And it basically follows along the idea of space cash with like what are those guys called belters? People who are break away in the belters and people resource, whatever, looking for resources in the belt. Like there's a forward look at like space cash in our world, our universe, not our universe, our reality living off of Earth. I haven't watched it yet. I've only seen a few shows. The first season is pretty hard to watch, but I'm gonna get to it. Um, you do see a very willingness to talk about UFOs. Japan now has a division to look for UFOs. All of a sudden, the whole world kind of flipped on a single dime that aliens are real. Okay, fuck it, and let's go to space. And all these space narratives are coming up. All these space shows, Space Force, and Netflix. And the crowd is conditioned by repetition from the information sources that they trust. Hollywood is 100%, in tune with the government, and they do create uh, a perception in the public space. People are being welcomed into an area very, very, very subtly that life now exists off-world. As soon as the government tells you that UFOs come from other planets, all of a sudden life's in the upper atmosphere of fucking Venus. You really don't think they just figured that out just now, do you? It's kind of crazy. You've been flying to fucking Mars for 50 years. You just checked Venus, motherfucker, and then Russia sends the stairs a week later. Get the fuck out of here. So, they're kind of like, we're like the guys in the mailroom. We don't exactly know why the iPhone's going to do what it does in its updates, but if Steve Jobs gives us shit to let us know, he'll let us know. And you're getting a chance to see that they treat us like fucking cattle. And they always knew this shit about aliens and UFOs, but when you need to know, you piece of shit, we'll let you know. And but if you're objective enough, there was enough information to realize that 400,000 eyewitness accounts and videos of UFOs couldn't statistically be plausible to all be fake. And the government would have to know some things. Look at the last 100 years of our society. You go from the Wright brothers to fucking like nuclear weapons in the 40s before you have computers. So the SR-71 that can break Mach 3 before you have a computer to model that. Built with a straight rule to getting to the moon in 1960 to fucking all of a sudden nothing else. What Elon Musk is doing was like Starhopper. It shit looks like we're doing 1960s technology right now. That dragon, that crew dragon, That didn't look anything more advanced than what we saw with fucking Apollo missions. You don't really believe the U.S. government has been stagnant for 60 fucking years. And the trajectory that we were on with technological evolution, going from the Wright brothers to propeller planes to jet fucking engines to rocketry that we took from the Nazi scientists to nuclear weapons to fucking hitting SR-71 to X-5 high altitude launch vehicles to fucking, where we are today, that they haven't kept that technological progression going and just left us in the dark. All of a sudden you find that you're in fucking Star Wars and aliens are real. Like, think about how fucking crazy shit's gotten in 2020. Bob Lazar fucking told us, right? Bob Lazar told us amazing fucking shit that now all of a sudden, like, you gotta go back and look that guy up. Like, that motherfucker dropped some dimes. Ten years ago, you had to convince people UFOs existed. All of a sudden, the United States government told us UFOs are real and no one gave a fuck. Because they told us at exactly the right moment. Damn, this conversation is getting great, and I have to leave to get my son. What's up? I'm having a lot of fun with this. It's cool. So I like the mobile chat thing. This is pretty neat. I've never done this before. Okay, the chat's going crazy where I can't scroll. It does some weird shit on the app, though. Hold on. Okay, there it goes to the bottom. Good evening, Sunny. I can't tell what it is. We never ever hit 75 viewers. Interesting. Because they don't know to not look. Normally my street, we break 100. It's not breaking that at all. Interesting. Maybe Saturday night. It's cool. I think we're testing some stuff out, see what works. Yeah, Lazarkio has some fucking amazing shit. So, fun shit. This is a good chat, though. There's lots of gems to pick out of this, I think. Yeah, but you want to bring your average down to 75. Fucks you. It fucks you a different way. Did you blocks? Okay, I never saw 77, but cool if it did. Hey, homie.
Yeah.
Can you close me out?
Close you out?
Yeah. Element 115, right? That was wasn't that a specific type of, I don't know if it was uranium. It was like a heavier than usual element that we know on Earth, element 115, which was the power source of this anti-gravitational propulsion system. Yeah, I remember all that. Uh-oh. I see stuff I don't understand what that is. Okay, disappeared. No, what is that? Show chat? Okay, there you go. Right. Josh May, right? You look at like the progress we go from the Wright brothers to 1960 to go to the Apollo missions, and then you go 60 years forward. There's not a faster fighter jet than the SR-71. We don't go back to the moon. Like literally nothing happens. It's like we just stop. We go from fucking a glider to a rocket to propeller to nuclear weapons to fucking rocketry, nuclear weapons in the same span, and then get to the moon and then nothing. Just now, Elon Musk and everyone's working on returning to the moon. Just now, Boeing, NASA's going to test a lander system for the moon with Blue Origin's lander. What the fuck has been going on for the last 60 fucking years? We look at the rate of progression from fucking the 1900s to 1960. Makes no fucking sense. Right. It makes no sense that we haven't got anything faster than the SR-71 that was built with a slide rule that is got no straight lines in it. You know how crazy that plane is? That plane's designed in 1957 or some shit like that. And it's a titanium fucking skin that leaks fuel when it's on the fucking runway because it's designed to fucking heat up in the atmosphere from friction and seal the cracks in the fucking skin when it expands from heat, going at Mach 3. Who the fuck thought of that before you have a computer to model shit? You need a computer to model like the fucking, aerodynamic shape of a fucking Tesla. But you built this fucking thing out of a slide rule with a fucking ramjet that can take as much fucking goddamn fucking air as you can fire into it, compress it, and fucking ignite it behind it, and fucking. You have what? The engine on SR-71 can go pretty much as fast as you can fucking fire fuel into it. It has like no limit. I think it's not a Ram, it's a variation of Ram. It's called a scramjet. It's like an incredibly fucking amazing technological innovation. The engine on SR-71 blows away almost anything you've ever seen in your life. It can go as fast as you can fire fuel. It has like no fucking limit. That's fucking crazy. 1957, you got the Ford Fairlane. That's the car with a plane that can fly faster than a bullet. Bitch, you're lying to me. What the fuck planet are you on? Sorry, now that's definitely alcohol. But yeah, you gotta be passionate about some shit. I don't know. It's some shit. Respect Izzy. So that Sons of Stop doesn't make sense. Like, you go to Stagflation, you go to Ronald Reagan. Ronald Reagan's talking about Star Wars, firing fucking laser weapons to fucking knock out nuclear weapons from space. The entire semiconductor revolution is born of Reagan's funding for Star Wars. Most people don't realize that. And so, what is Star Wars? Like, what the fuck has really been going on? The Cray supercomputer exists in the 1980s. IBM makes a computer that the Pentium, I think, 4 brings home the level of processing power the Cray supercomputer has, like, fucking 25 years later. Clearly, there's an informational gap between what the public has and what the government has. And they never give the Belters the capacity to have the technology that would overcome the powers that be. So when you keep things, into context, we are the people in the mailroom, and that's Steve Jobs and his board, and they're not going to tell us what the fuck they're doing next, right? Until it's absolutely necessary. Right. Ronald Reagan talked about extraterrestrial threats 3 separate fucking times. If you look that up, it's fucking mind blowing, bro. What would we do if we saw, will we as a people unite to fucking stand as one against a fucking threat from outside? Ronald Reagan wasn't sort of hinting at the fact that he had information about aliens. He fucking knew it. Oh, trust me, look it up. Ronald Reagan's fucking mentions of aliens will blow your fucking mind. He wasn't, so now that the U.S. government has acknowledged they knew it, you know damn well Ronald Reagan wasn't fucking speaking euphemistically. He was speaking fucking literally. And that old 80-year-old man in the early 1980s was telling you fucking aliens were a fucking serious thing. They've known for a long time that we're part of a intergalactic, society. And, who knows what else they've lied to us about. Yeah, I want to show you how fucking busy this restaurant is. You see how fucking Florida's got fucking COVID explosions? Let me show you this shit, motherfuckers. Hey, nah, motherfucker wearing a mask in this bitch. Yeah, that's right. I'm walking to your table talking shit. That's right. Keep eating, bitches. Hey, no mask in this motherfucker. I am the only motherfucker in the place with a mask on. COVID wave 2 is incoming for this fucking fall, bitches. Yeah, I'm talking about you guys. I don't give a fuck. Stay at me all kinds of crazy bitches. You know what it is. I don't give a fuck. Yeah, you too, bitch. Crazy as fuck, right? These hoes ain't loyal. Look, you wouldn't even know there's a goddamn pandemic, motherfucker. Pandemic? I am the only stupid sack of shit that's in a fucking mask. It's just me, bitch. Yeah, I think I'm disrupting a couple people's dinners, but fuck them. You talk about Florida, man. It's, it's legit Ruby. It's legit Ruby Rod in this motherfucker. But like, I'm serious. These motherfuckers are crazy as hell. All right, so this is gonna wrap a Winternomics fucking config test for mobile. Hope you guys learned some shit, had some fun. We'll be back with an actual Winter After Dark once we get the game shit worked out. But yeah, I had some fun. Hope you guys have fun. I'm gonna check out because I gotta leave and I'm gonna leave the network, so I can't keep streaming. So catch up with you guys in Telegram. I can't drop a chat link or anything like that, but we'll catch you guys on the next one. All right, be easy, y'all. Let me get my sister back there. All right.